which means welcome back YouTube to more MSQ playthrough. We are in post Shadowbringers officially once we speak with Tataru. Let's go ahead and do that now. And we've decided we are going to be playing on Paladin for post Shadowbringers leading into Endwalker. So we're just going to be on Paladin now. MS, gods, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. More than my fill. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzine Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement, which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamin to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Min. Oh, no. I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. I don't know. I don't know how she's going to take the news of Minfilia. She'll be proud of her daughter, though, for sure. She should be, at least. Summer's been slow so far, which is nice. And it's been freaking hot in the 90s this week. Yeah, it's low 90s right now. And tomorrow it's going to be close to triple digits. It's not good. I don't like it. Take it away. MSQ, it has been too long. Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? I like how they try to, like, you know, obviously she's got the model of a Makote, so she looks young, but they give her, like, a grandma gown and some glasses. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world, Minfilia, has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. The tower should be arriving shortly. The tower is so tiny. And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, this girl who Thancred named Reen. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. MSQ, might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot. To tell her, thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well, for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, what... could I have a word? Oh, it's real. Real, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not heard a peep from him, and it's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over to the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around twiddling me thumbs. Any road, I just thought I'd let you know. Now I'd best be... I nearly forgot. Kryle's at the stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with patience. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Now that we have, like, all of the knowledge that we have thus far, I'm actually glad I made my character look the way he does. You know, reflections and all. It seems she's still examining them. Well, I do hope it's nothing bad.
You're here. Good.
Voice lines, hell yeah.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examinations suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Oh, so it's in order of who went to the first. Thancred was first to go, so of course his signs are going to be the most prominent. Y'shtola was then thereafter, then Urianger, and the twins.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Exactly.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Leave it to me.
Thank you.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Yes.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the first and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
To Norvrant we go. The Crystarium, directly to the first. I want to know why my loading screens are so long. Matter of fact, I'm going to message my cousin right now. Ah, MSQ, you are returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. Welcome back, Christos. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Also, spoiler alert, Christos, this is post-Shadowbringers. Their corporeal aether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Cryle and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. Yeah, dude. Thanks for hanging out, though. I appreciate it. But I hope dinner was good. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. If you're watching on YouTube, I don't know why it was paused. I don't know for how long it was even paused for. There's sometimes I don't know why it does that.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Cryle's findings.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Cryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the First. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Ow! What was that for?
His ears are so alert.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion?
Like while eating now, but we need to run next if you want to go on. Yeah, for sure.
Rather than dwelling
Enjoy
on
dinner.
multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change, but vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
Stones? Heartstones?
White auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Do you?
Far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Faefolk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white auracite. By the leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Solon, and do be prepared for a warm reception. Pray join the others in Solon. I shall turn my thoughts to the Auracite, and apprise the Hencred and Reen of our progress. Oh, way over there, and I still can't fly. Still can't fly. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? We can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Weapons drawn it is, then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your moods invariably improve when MSQ is around. What exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. 'Tis only natural that we be pleased to see him. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we finish here. Of course. Then let us proceed to the palace. To the Grand Cosmos! Who are we taking? We haven't gotten a fight with the Exarch. He's an all-rounder. Well, like, squeeze me. We're gonna bring, obviously, Alpha Node. And we'll bring, Alice and the Crystal Exarch. I didn't know he's an all-rounder. Wow. Insufficient item level. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'll fix that. 1 second. Alright, we are good. Weapon coffer put us over the edge, which is great. That's the new Moo? Well, he is different looking for sure. Should you value your lives, you will quit this place at once. Now be gone with you. Oh, we brought a Stola? Oh, we didn't get to bring the Exarch. Damn it, reset my choice. Okay, it wasn't meant to be. Stunned the wrong one. Alright, first boss, here we go. If you insist on making a mess of my palace, then you leave me no choice. The Seeker of Solitude. Oh, get it, Alice. The last fight's gonna be interesting with the furniture, though. See how that goes. Forgot about this part of the Grand Cosmos. Still you press onward? How foolish. It's beautiful. With wings of dreams, I bar thy path. Little pixies. making my healer struggle. Ooh, what's up, Dune? How's Dune today? I do good? Hell yeah. Did you know that Uru is a fight? Is the name of a fight in 14? Actually, something that Taco is doing on a weekly basis. The Uwu fight. It is actually. It's one of the. It's one of the ultimates. It's like one of the hardest content in the game. Like, if you like Rabbit and Steel, you would like Uwu. It's where it deserves to be. It's where it deserves to be. What are you up to tonight? Happy Friday. Hey, come back over here. Second boss fight. Leon and Sith. These cretins have sullied the sanctity of your garden. They must be dealt with. Is there no end to these creatures? If they think a few plants can slow us down, they're sorely mistaken. Then, little ones, let me show you the delights of my garden. Playing lots of Steam Fest stuff and some this war of mine. Was there a lot of like free-to-play games for Steam Fest? Or am I tripping? I think the NPCs left me the closest one. See how they do on the next set of seeds. There's dozens of demos? Wait, for real? Shit. How much longer is Steam Fest? If I go to the... If I go to the Steam Fest from the home page, I can find a lot? Okay. I'm gonna have to go look later. It's live for 3 more days, though demos may last longer, I wonder. Ooh, hopefully. Even still, I'll take 3 days. I'm supposed to stream tomorrow and Sunday as well, so that'll kind of line up. I might stream some demos. I hope so some of the top categories I'll probably look for is racing, survival, and some co-op and multiplayers. Maybe some platformers, because after having played Ori, I definitely want to look into some more platformers. I can check your library, find some good ones. Some good ones you tried? Okay. I'm such a noob. I'm like, what? I can check your library. I can spy on you? Where the fuck are you guys going? Is my healer, like, around the corner? What is happening? Alpha Node, my boy. Can you please stop being stupid? It's always you giving me problems when it comes to the NPCs. Always you. If you're not dying, you're letting me die. I should have brought the Exarch as my healer. Probably would have been a white mage. This Alpha Node's Scholar and Urianje's Astro. Why do you persist? Why will you not leave me be? Ghosts? Oh, come now, Afnet, don't be silly. Knights immortal, heed my call. It's like 2 feet in front of you. I don't know why I couldn't just target him. So annoying. I swear, if the healer's the last one to die... Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, you guys are trash. Does that kind of look like Varys? A little bit, the long hair. You have sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus, our guests yet want for company. Well, it's gonna be nice to have competent NPCs, though, for sure, especially for this shit. I just witnessed Alphanote and Alice both put theirs on the piano. I didn't know you could have two people on one furniture. I don't think that works unless you're an NPC. Oh, I thought that was room wide. Ooh, Alice, girl. Need you to live for when Alpha Node fucks up.
There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater.
Hell yeah.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
I was wondering, I was like, you don't look like a Numo. Numu, whatever. There you are.
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
A new moo. Cause it's cow. I love them. What is it? What is it? What is it? What feature? Is it their long earlobes? Their giant nose? Their faux hawk? Shake?
Our
Beg?
comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence!
Is he treating you like a dog? Because he said shake, beg, and now sit? What's going on here?
To escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men.
Or you mean Numu? Yeah, Numu.
You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk.
Numo.
It's in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you.
That's what Alpha Node called them, Numo.
I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
They're doing it! He did the dog terms. Sit, shake, beg, heal. What is going on? Uh-oh.
If you will not be satisfied, Suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No! I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety.
Oh yes, Tadric. That bastard.
Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
You mean the magical plague of Vauban?
You know of the plague? Then you know how dangerous soulcraft can be. Instead of saving your friends, you risk damning them. Are you sure you're willing to take that chance?
No. No.
Oh, very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Oh yeah. All right, with that, it's about that time. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.